Doctors call it the placebo effect. Spiritualists call it manifesting. Christians call it prayer, and quantum physics calls it the observer effect. But there's one thing that's consistent throughout all of this, that everyone agrees that our beliefs transform reality. It all starts with our self-talk, because our thoughts influence our beliefs, and our beliefs influence our behavior, and our behavior shifts our reality. I'm Sarah Stone Love, and my channel is all about the science and psychology of manifesting. And I am really excited today because I'm going to share with you a proven method for shifting your self-talk. I am on this journey of self-awakening and manifesting with you, and I'm sharing everything along the way that is getting me there. I learned about this from Mandy Morris in her book, The 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting. And not only does this help you to become aware of that unconscious self-talk that's running on autopilot in the background of our subconscious reel, but it helps you to actually take the steps that you need to shift it. What's really helped me the most with Mandy's teachings is something that she calls energetic check-ins. I'm going to show you in a minute, step by step, how to do that, and also pattern interrupts to help you build new neural pathways. So let me tell you a little bit about the science behind it, and then I'll show you exactly how to do it. This is really cool, guys. This is literally going to help you change the way you're speaking to yourself. So I'm sure you've probably heard of that neurons that fire together, wire together. So our brain cells communicate with one another via synaptic transmission, which just means that one cell releases a chemical and the next one absorbs it. Then it releases the chemical, the next one absorbs it, so on and so on. This is called neuron firing, and when the brain cells communicate often, it strengthens. The messages travel over the same pathway over and over again. It gets faster and faster until it builds into almost like a highway in our brain. Think about when you're practicing a sport or an instrument or something like that. The more you practice, the more it becomes automatic, just like driving or riding a bike. That's why repetition and affirmations can be so powerful, because if you repeat them enough, you create new neural pathways in your brain, and it becomes automatic. And when we've had the same self-talk, and maybe it's negative for years and years and years, you can imagine how strong those pathways are and how big those highways are and how quickly those things are transferring. So then when you have an emotion and you're triggered, it's almost like an automatic response. That's why Mandy Morris's pattern interrupts are so effective in changing your self-talk, because it actually helps you to start building new neural pathways. Step 1 is becoming aware. As Neville Goddard always says, I make a lot of videos about him because I love him. Self-awareness and awakening is the gateway to change. It is the gateway to manifestation. So I actually knew about Mandy's methods for doing this for like a year before I finally started implementing them. Please don't be like me. Please don't wait a year. Do this today, because it is so effective and it's amazing. So all you have to do is get out your phone and set a little alarm to go off every 2 hours, or if that's too much for you, then maybe just morning, lunch, evening, and have it say, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling that? And what am I telling myself? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling that? And what am I telling myself? I was completely shocked and surprised to find that I'm angry. Almost every time it went off, I was angry. And I was like, well, it must be because my kids are having a tantrum, or because this is happening in my environment. I was playing the victim role. All these things are happening in my life. Well, of course I'm angry. But no, it wasn't the actual events happening around me. It's what I'm telling myself about it. That is the key right there. What am I telling myself about it? And I realized that I was actually going through this huge list of, I'm a terrible mother, or I don't know how to control my children's tantrums. This is so embarrassing. This is so shameful, having all of this guilt and all of these built up things. And, I'm not doing this enough. I'm not enough. And therefore I'm angry. So at first that made me even more angry. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm the one making myself angry all the time. The key here is to not create more shame and more frustration about it, but just to get curious and just be like, congratulations, good job, Sarah. You're aware of your self-talk. Way to go. We know awareness is the biggest, hugest step to change. Amazing. So try to applaud yourself for just becoming aware. The next step is to realize that your subconscious is only trying to support you, to heal you, to protect you, and to keep you safe. It actually comes from a place of love, even though it doesn't feel like it. So our subconscious has our back, and it's supporting our beliefs. It's supporting our beliefs. But they're not even always our beliefs, right? They're things that we were told in our childhood, and it was repeated so many times that became a neural pathway. There's no one to blame here. Blame and shame is only gonna get you more upset and more frustrated. Let's just focus on taking the steps to change it. So you can actually discover the root by just asking why. Pretend like you're a little child, 4-year-old child, the ones that drive you crazy sometimes. They're like, why? Why is the sky blue? Why? Until you get to the very base, the very root, and you have no more reasons why. For for me, why? I'm angry at myself. I'm not enough. It's not safe for me to feel pain. Why is it not safe for me to feel pain? Well, I have all these memories back in my childhood. The first time I ever saw my father cry, because he would not let himself express his emotions. He would just bottle them up and hold them in so tight. And I remember one time he was clenching every muscle in his entire body, trying so hard not to cry, but no matter what he did, a tear rolled down his cheek. And I just remember feeling so much empathy for him, because I was so sad that he had to feel the sadness when he didn't want to. And I learned from an early age that it's not safe to feel pain. And I have carried that onward. But now knowing that just expands my whole perspective, and it gives me more self-love and compassion to understand where this is all coming from. And so I'm not so angry about it anymore. And now when I catch myself doing it, instead of getting more angry, I stop. And my pattern interrupt is to put my hand on my heart and say, Sarah, I love you. Subconscious, I love you. Thank you for all these years of protecting me. Thank you for keeping me safe. But I'm grown up now and things have changed, and this is no longer serving me. And now I believe it is safe for me to feel pain, and I deserve to be happy. Whatever you resist will persist. It is much better just to face it head on and kill it with kindness. Give it love. Give that angry voice that's screaming in your head, or if you have negative self-talk, give it love. Mandy goes on to talk about how we are all unique little snowflakes. We are all so different. And maybe that pattern interrupt isn't the best one for you. You've got to find what works best for you. Maybe it's just jumping up and down and doing some jumping jacks, or running across the room and doing something physical. We want to get out of our head space and into our heart space. The emotion of love actually has a frequency signature. And this particular frequency allows your whole subconscious just to relax, to let go. It will start awakening and revealing more things to you because it will feel safe. So use your energetic check-ins to become aware of your unconscious beliefs, your unconscious self-talk, and then use a pattern interrupt to stop the spiraling and to start building a new neural pathway that's more positive. I'm Sarah Stone Love. I hope this helps you to change and transform your self-talk like it's helping me, because you have to remember our self-talk manifests our reality. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what topics you'd like to hear more about, what you're struggling with, because I'd love to focus on those things. And join me every Thursday at 10 a.m. We'll be sharing more research on manifesting your dreams.